Hello, hello. We're going to be doing things a little differently today. I'd like one person who can commit to joining me here for about 20 minutes. And we're going to do an in-depth love reading with the new spread I've been working on. So comment your name if you're available to be here for the next 20 minutes or so and are interested in really doing a deep dive into your love life. This is for single people. So that's that. So if you're single and you have a few moments and you'd like to really take a look at your love life, let's dive in. Put this aside. So again, anyone who is single and really wants to look at their love life right now, we've got 20 minutes to really dive in, take a deep dive in the cards. Just comment your name and we'll get started. And then everyone else can watch and see how it works. Rania. Okay, Rania. Are you available for the next 20 minutes or so? And are you currently single? Yes, you're single? All right. Okay. Rania, thank you for joining me today. We're going to really do a deep dive into your love life with 9 cards through a new spread that I've been developing that I'm excited to share with my clients. And today we're going to take a look at no charge because that's what we're going to do. So, just take a moment. Just join me here. Okay, Rania, what I'm doing is reaching out to your energy, connecting it to mine, and then channeling it into the cards here. What's happening is a love reading. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna pull all 9 cards and then walk you through them. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go, diving into it. Let's start So we do 3 cards of the past, 3 cards of the present, and 3 cards of the future. And starting with the past, because we must begin with our history in order to progress forward. So your past, this initial relationship, the first one that sets the precedent for all relationships to come is of your parents or the parental figures in your life. And the example that they set that influences the choices you make for you. So the moon reversed is the example set by your parents, which is actually usually of deep trauma. So a painful, traumatized relationship as it concerns to the one, that your parents demonstrated for you. And when you have, it speaks also to like buried pain, buried secrets. The moon is associated with the ocean, right? And it's like those deep, deep depths of feelings that have to be unearthed, or they, resurrect themselves again and again. So the example set by your parents was one of trauma and buried pain. So not a strong start to your relationship to love. Now, this next card represents your past relationships in terms of you with partners. 4 is the number of stability. Pentacles represent earth and the behavior. Instability when it comes to behavior. So inconsistency in terms of someone treating you one day great, the next day not. Hot, cold, a lack of stability when it comes to like the person that you were looking for that stability. Kind of the opposite of what you really needed. Because your parental relationship was one that was traumatizing, the ones that you were seeking stability, but instead found instability. So an unstable relationship as far as the ones of your past. And then the other relationship of the past that's very important is your relationship to yourself. And this is one of lies. The 7 of Swords is about secrets and lies. And the biggest lie we tell ourselves is that we're not enough. That we don't deserve care and compassion. That we don't deserve genuine partnership. And that there's not a hope for you for the future. It's not true. There is one, a bright one. But if you continue to lie to yourself and say, I'm never going to find that stability I crave, I'm never going to escape the trauma that my parents set out for me, then it will never come to be. So that's what we want to work on for sure with you, is breaking that cycle of the past, the 7 of Swords. Now, where your relationship is right now, where your love life is at this moment. We know you're single, and what it represents at this moment is the Emperor reversed, and the Emperor has to do with control. And when reversed, it's kind of this like dominance too. So a forcefulness when it comes to love, and a frustration that you haven't found it. So that there's fire and anger there associated with how you feel about love in general, having to do with this pain of the past. And I think too, if we sit with our anger for long enough, it'll tell you its real name is grief. So where you are currently is having almost too high of boundaries, too strong of walls, and then like an anger, frustration about why haven't I found that partner yet that I've been craving. Your strength when it comes to love, Rania, is the 2 of Pentacles reversed. And the 2 of Pentacles reversed is about prioritizing, finding that balance between work life. Recognizing too, I think, that love is not the make or break for happiness. That there are many things in your life that you need in order to feel fulfilled. A meaningful career, joyful friendships, a happy, safe home to lay your head down. So your strength right now is recognizing that even though you don't have a current romantic partner, you do still have a lot in your life that's helping find that balance. Your challenge is control, okay? So the Hangman reversed. The Hangman is about vulnerability and control. And it speaks to the idea that there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about what is beyond the power of our will. So if you are frustrated with these high boundaries up, right? But the only way to progress forward and find that partner that's waiting for you, and that partner is out there, is to trust and faith and let your guard down a bit and let go of some of that anger. So the Hangman reversed is about, letting the universe catch you. Trusting that if you are vulnerable and let go of trying to control things that you cannot, that it will work out. That actually, and it feels counterintuitive because we think, I want this desired outcome, so I'm going to do everything I can to force it. When in fact, it's about relinquishing that. And now let's go into your future. So let's start out with who this person is. Determined. The 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is about that fiery determination. This is somebody who puts their mind to something and goes for it. Look for that when it comes to looking out for your next partner. Somebody that puts goals for themselves and goes out and achieves them. Someone that is connected to spirit in a way that is able to summon motivation and ambition, energy, fire, okay? So look out for that kind of determination as far as your next partner, because that's going to be a compatible one for you. Here's what you share in common. The Ace of Wands reversed. The Ace of Wands is that initial spark, that initial flame that has gone out, that you both have kind of let go of hope to some extent because of your past, because of this anger. So what you share is that to date you haven't felt that spark, that initial flame of excitement, and it's leading to you both feeling like, what's out there for me, because I'm not feeling that spark. But once you come in contact with each other, then you get the Ace of Wands upright, which is this flame, the igniting, it's the spark that lights the fire, right? And back to fire again. Wands are very important, and they're very much 2 wands here shows me a passionate relationship, an exciting one, an energetic one, okay? And then here is what you must do in order to bring this partner into your life. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about the transience of life itself, the constant evolution, the constant mobility, the constant cycles of change, the rise and fall, the wheel of power, the cycle of life. And recognizing too that nothing lasts forever, good or bad. So you have to be honest with yourself. You have to stop lying to yourself that you're not enough and that you're going to always stay single because of the trauma of your past. And instead, ride the cycle, ride the wave, rise up and embrace change. That change is your friend. Change is a gift. And that we must have this evolution in order for you to bring new life and new energy into yourself. Now, lastly, Rania, we are going to ask what sign this person is, because I find that very helpful with looking for romantic partners. We know you're looking for someone determined and motivated and action-oriented. We know that person has felt kind of the spark go out just as you have, so that's something you guys have in common, that you can light your flame together, and that you know that you have to stop lying to yourself that you aren't enough and embrace change in this evolving cycle in order to find them. But what also helps is something specific like a star sign, so that you can say, this is who I'm really looking for. And it helps that kind of initial hope, I think. So if there's someone already in your life that is this sign, or if you're on dating apps, or if you're open to exploration, then you can know what to look for. Temperance, a Sagittarius. Now, they can be difficult lovers because they're love bombers at times and can kind of be hot and cold. And we know you have a past history of instability when it comes to behavior, right? However, they also can be really, everyone is capable of being a strong partner. So to summarize, Rania, your past is one of trauma with the parents, instability in terms of behavior with past lovers, and lying to yourself that you're not enough when it comes to your relationship with yourself. Currently, you're angry, you're frustrated that you haven't found the love that you deserve. Your strength is in prioritizing, having a healthy prioritization within your life, recognizing that, you don't have to have a partner to be happy, even though it would be wonderful to have one. And your struggle right now is letting go of control and trusting fate. That especially when we have this kind of past trauma, it's hard for us to tell ourselves that it is going to work out because you have that example set by your parents that it did not. So instead it's saying, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to let go and trust that this person is out there for me. And that person is someone who's determined, who's someone who also needs to light the fire of a new romance, a flirtation. And in order to find them, you have to embrace change. And then that person is the Sagittarius. And there we have it. All right. That was good. I really liked that. You're very welcome. Okay. Does anyone else want a 9-card, in-depth, deep dive love reading for single people only? Because I do different ones about relationships, people in the midst of relationships. Are they working out? What are, something along those lines. Okay, Bryce, is that you? Are you ready for one? I think, no, it's Bryce with a B, B-R-Y-C-E. Okay, Bryce, if you can just confirm to me that you're single, right? So that I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. And you said yes? Okay. All right, Bryce. Okay. And as always, you guys, I pick people at random for these, but if you do want to confirm yours and lock in time with me, you can book your reading at connorleo.com. The link's in my website. And that's the way to, guarantee time with me. But these are free, and I pick people, whoever spirit is putting in front of me. So, Bryce, thank you for joining me today. Let's take a look at your love life. I'm connecting my energy to yours. And then we're going to channel it through the cards. Okay. I'm going to pull all 9 cards, Bryce, and then we're going to walk through all of them. Thank you guys for the likes and the taps. I do appreciate it. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had these on this whole time. How funny. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. All right, Bryce. The first card is about your relationship set by your parents. The example our first interaction with love is the one exhibited by our parental figures that we either want to replicate or have a completely different experience from. So yours is the Six of Pentacles reversed. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity. But when it's reversed, it's about giving with strings attached. And what that shows me is that the example set for you, Bryce, was one of like needing reciprocation. That rather than of giving, of love as a genuine, just, no strings attached support, it's giving with an expectation in return. That's a transaction love rather than something that is just straight from the heart. That there's an expectation of something that if I'm going to love you, I want something in return. And that's a dangerous precedent to set because it keeps it in this transactional territory when we want it to be based on a foundation of true generosity, where you're giving from the heart rather than kind of expecting something back, right? Here's the relationship, your past ones. The formative one that really set the tone for you. The Four of Cups reversed is the card of excitement, which is great when it comes to relationships, right? We want excitement. But the thing about this card is it's about like temporary thrills. And so it's like high highs, but it's unsustainable in the long run. Like that you can't keep that momentum going. And that initial spark that's like, oh my God, I'm loving this person so much. And they really make me feel fulfilled. And they really make me feel excited. But it's difficult, impossible, quite frankly, to maintain that in the long run. So it's that spark is so exciting, but then like quickly it loses steam and energy. Sometimes too, I see this as like a relationship with like love bombing, that it's like coming in hot, heavy, and then it's like cold because the person is like, oh wait, one day they're like, no, you don't excite me quite so much. Now I don't feel that real surge of emotion that I did at the very beginning. Love, like many things, is an addiction, right? Because we get a dopamine rush when we're in love. We get this high off of it that, again, we keep needing hits of it in order to sustain it. And instead you want the stability and the comfort, the permanence of having somebody there day in and day out without needing to keep them like on this thrill ride. Now, your relationship with yourself. Very focused. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is determined. The Knight of Swords is focused and driven, but a little bit narrow-minded. So having a very clear perspective on what you want for yourself, but not really opening it up to like other possibilities. That the Knight of Swords is so focused that he doesn't really, he's got blinders on because he's like running this race. That looking at love is something to be achieved and accomplished rather than enjoying the ride, okay? So driven and focused in the past, but not really open to new opportunity. And that having this initial excitement that then fades. Now, where you are right now when it comes to love. We know you're single, but here's where you are at this moment as far as that is concerned. And it's the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of like needing a real team. Like needing somebody that can really be, like on your team. This is the card of teamwork, and reversed is kind of like an ineffective team. And love and romantic partnership is a team, right? It's a collaboration. It's working with someone towards a common goal. And recognizing that, again, it's like consistency, that you can count on that person. So needing someone to really be your teammate rather than, somebody that's like an imbalance in power, for example. Okay. Where your strengths are is actually, it's the rising tension, the fire heating up. So the Five of Wands for you is that, so it's like getting into the fray, getting into the mix, being able to put yourself out there, but also too, it's like, so your strength is the beginning, but not necessarily the long term of it all. So getting into the mix, getting things heated up and energized is a strength, but it's harder to keep it going in the long run. And then the challenge for you is the Magician reversed. The Magician is the ultimate like manifester, okay? And he's able to really envision something that he brings into the world, like brings into reality through, magic, quite frankly. Like he works with all 5 of the elements, or all 4 of the elements to create the 5th element, which is spirit. So earth, air, water, and fire, all 4 of the suits combine to make spirit, to create the ether, right? So, but reversed, it's kind of a lack of that, where once you were very focused when it comes to yourself, I think it's difficult right now to kind of like envision manifest that partner for you, to like hold it in your head as far as what is you want. That now you know you need this team member, but like who is he, who are they, what is it, that they're going to be like collaborative with you, okay? And then let's go into your future. So this next partner. So who are they? The Lovers reversed. Someone that is in need of love, definitely. Someone that is longing for love. Someone that is prioritizing love, okay? That is looking for that partner and teammate in the same way you are. That also is understanding that back to the team of it all. That's really a strong word for you, Bryce, because it's about like this card speaks to like the best partnerships are even ones. That when there's an imbalance of power, that so often that's where things go wrong. When one person has all the say, or one person has all the money, or one person has all the control, or things of that nature, it's like it leads to resentment, it leads to feelings of inadequacy, it leads to rocky roads ahead. So this is somebody who is open to love, receptive to love. But here's what you both have in common, is that you're resisting change. What you share in common is the Death card reversed. And the Death card is about transformation and evolution, and putting the old you, letting them die, quite frankly, so that the new you can be reborn. But that process, that death, is extraordinarily painful and is challenging, and it requires really active engagement. So as much as you both want team members, you want partners, you still haven't been able to, been willing to change. And that's something that you can, I think, help each other do. Now, here's what you personally need to do to bring this person into your life. We know you need to work on manifesting, but it's about actively choosing this, actively choosing change, okay? And the 2 of Wands is a choice, and it's about like a crossroads and picking a lane, and having getting into the driver's seat of your own life. That you're good when it comes to your relationship with yourself, with being focused and determined, but the excitement and then the collapse of past relationships have led you to kind of not embrace the change that you need to bring this person into your life. So what you can personally do is embrace change and really choose something different. Make an active choice. How can we expect something different? How can we welcome in a new partner if we're not making new actions, right? So actions speak louder than words. It's cliche, but it's true. Okay, Bryce, the last thing we'll do is see what their star sign is. Because as I said, it always helps to have that to look out for. We know the qualities of this person. Now let's ask what their astrological sign is, so you can be on the lookout. A Scorpio. The Death card is associated with the astrological sign of Scorpio, who are fiery, who are great in bed. Let's just call it like it is, okay? And that's clearly the energy is important to you. We know your past relationships are defined by excitement and enthusiasm. We know that your strength is getting in the heat of things, getting in the mix of things. But what you also need is you want somebody who is able to keep that energy up, Bryce, but is also going to be consistent and reliable, who is changing along with you. That you want to keep that heat alive, but also find stability and structure. So quick recap. The precedent set by your parents was a transactional relationship. That love is something to be exchanged and expecting something in return. That your past relationships, your past romantic partners were exciting, but then that excitement fizzled out. And then your relationship to yourself, the you love, is like that you're determined and focused, but not having a wide enough perspective. I also see this too, Bryce, is about having a very specific type and not opening yourself up to kind of like new types, right? So when we're so narrowly focused on certain qualities that can really limit our options. And we want to open yourself up to opportunity. Your relationship to love right now is needing a team member, more than you probably even realize. Needing somebody dependable and reliable that you can meet on equal footing. Your strength is getting into the excitement, getting into the mix, putting yourself out there, dating, for example. Your challenge, though, is really like manifesting something different. Really allowing yourself to like believe that you're going to find that partner that's really going to be compatible for you. This person is someone that is longing for love, who needs love in their life, who's had broken love, the lover's reversed, who is needing, again, a real teammate, more than they even realize, too. What you share in common is that you must embrace change, that the two of you have a beautiful life ahead of you if you can allow yourself to transform and let the old you die and let the new you with this new person be reborn. And the way to do that is to make an active choice, to pick a lane, to embrace change, to embrace opportunity. And then your Scorpio comes. All right. I really enjoyed that. Okay. So, to the people asking, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the flow here, but you can always book a reading at connorleo.com. The link is in my bio, and the readings are private. They're 40 minutes. They're in depth. Okay, and we can talk about your love life. We can talk about your career. We can talk about whatever you want. And my TikTok friends get 10% off with the code YES, Y-E-S. All right, who else would like a 9-card love reading? Single people, specifically this time. We're gonna go with Amy. Amethyst? Amethyst. Oh my God. Amethyst. What's your first? Is your first name Amy? Is your first name Amethyst? Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. Hold on. I'm gonna open this door. Okay. Amethyst. We'll go by your name, because that's your name, my friend. Let's dive into the cards. Give these a big shuffle. Okay, Amethyst, thank you for joining me here today. We're going to take a in-depth look at your love life through 9 cards. I see you. I'm going to connect my energy to you, Amethyst. All right. Okay, I'm going to pick all 9 cards and then we're going to talk through them. Interesting. We're going to put this on the side here. Okay, I'm loving these cards already. Amethyst, let's talk about it. Your first relationship, the one that sets the precedent, is the one of your parents. So this is the example that they showed for you that is important that we look at. And that is one of selfishness. The Knight of Cups reversed is the narcissist. Somebody that is only focused on their needs and not on the needs of others, which is really, can be damaging when that's a parent that's setting that example for you. I also think too, it like teaches us to say like, oh, that my needs are not important. That you as a child are like bottling up your needs because like neediness is not appreciated by them. So that you aren't honest with what it is that you want. You aren't honest that you like need love and affection because you weren't given that and prioritized it by your parents. Now, your past relationship, a definitive one, the 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles is teamwork. And so having a really dependable team member, somebody that you can rely on. So a good example, but you know, again, it's of the past and you're single now. So somebody that works well together with you. Your relationship to yourself. The Strength card reversed. Strength card is about fear, okay? And reversed is about letting fear hold you back. So your fear is what's been really getting in your way in terms of your past relationship to you and the you love, right? So letting fear stop you from progressing forward. Where you are right now when it comes to love, you're present. The Knight of Swords is focused and determined. So having a clear goal in mind, having a specific vision in sight, determined focus, sometimes though impatient. I've got this for myself. And it's you know, especially when we just made up our mind about that we want love or that we have really a clear goal in sight, it's hard to be like, okay, now I know what I want, but I want it right now. Your strengths are the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands is about deciding, making a choice. Again, you've chosen a lane. The 2 of Wands is about a crossroad. So you're focused, you're determined, you're driven in terms of what it is you want. And you've actively chosen yourself and actively chosen that you want love, which I think shows real growth compared to your past. So the Force card reversed, Strength reversed, is about, you know, letting fear hold you back. So now it's like, I'm not going to let fear stop me anymore. I'm going to decide, I'm going to choose, I'm going to be focused. Your challenge, your difficulty right now, though, is the Queen of Cups reversed, who is depressed, essentially. Letting other the burdens of the world, the weight of the world really loom on you. And like a heavy, heavy heart when it comes to taking on the emotional needs of others. So, this next partner for you, this next person in your life, Amethyst. Who are they? The Devil. Now, people are scared of this card. But to me, it says it's somebody wild, somebody free, somebody who's not afraid of excitement, not afraid of adventure, not afraid of, embracing their wild side. Someone probably, let's be honest, pretty sexual, pretty exciting, pretty invigorating, okay? But what you two share in common, the Six of Swords reversed, is about holding on. So it's basically kind of, the Six of Swords is basically about moving on from a difficult past, that like there have been wounds, that you've been hurt before, which by the way, who hasn't? But it's essentially too, when it's reversed, it's about clinging to those wounds in a way that doesn't serve you in the long run. That he's basically saying like, I'm letting my past define me. So both of you share that in common. So by finding each other, it's like setting sail from that old past and allowing yourselves through this partnership to grow and expand. Now, how can you find this person? What do you need to do? The Three of Cups is the card of friendship. So to me that says somebody that I would see a friend introducing you. I would say it's, an example set by your friends. Reach out to your friends, be social. I think it's somebody you're going to meet very naturally through like old-fashioned ways, like somebody setting you up, or maybe even like meeting at a bar or a party. Combine those two. But like your friends are a real gift to you. And so I would reach out to your friends, share the kind of love you want, share that you're looking, ask to be set up, or go to parties. You don't even need to be like, oh, I'm desperate for a partner, please, put me on blind dates, but it can just be like, get out, be social. And that's what you can really do to bring this person into your life. Then let's ask what their star sign is, because as I said, it's nice to have that specific in mind so you know what to look for. I also wonder, Amethyst, if this may be somebody that's already in your life as a friend that you see under different eyes. So who in your life is wild, who is yourself is free, but still has a past that they're kind of getting escape from. Okay, the Devil again, a Capricorn. So interesting. Definitely a Capricorn. I mean, you have it twice about this person. Someone wild and free and adventurous and exciting and passionate. But Capricorns are also great partners because they're workers. They get work done. They're very, I think they make really strong partners. So it's somebody who's wild and free, but is also going to pay the bills. Like they're, it's like it's taking care of their own stuff, that they don't need to rely on you for support or vice versa. So to recap, Amethyst, the precedent set by your parents was one of selfishness and narcissism. Your past relationship was one of teamwork and collaboration, maybe somebody you worked with. Now, what was your relationship to yourself was of letting fear hold you back. Strength reversed. Right now, when it comes to love, you're present, focused, driven, determined. Your strength is choosing you, choosing love, making a choice, picking a lane, the Two of Wands, crossroads, energy, action, fire. But your challenge is depression, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. It shows that you're an empathetic person, because the Queen of Cups reversed is depressed by the people around her in the sense of, I want to help them, I want to be of service to them, I want to make them feel better. However, you can't take on everyone's problems in a way that is going to affect your own emotional well-being. And then who is this next partner for you? Somebody wild, someone adventurous, someone free. What you share in common is that you both have been letting the past define you, and that this new relationship is going to help you redefine your past and move into the future. And then what should you do? Reach out to friends, be social, be outgoing, connect to friends. Friends are so important in so many different ways, but in your case, they're going to help lead to love. And then ultimately, this person is a Capricorn. Double here. All right, Amethyst, that was wonderful. I really enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it as well. excited about this new partner for you. This is exciting. Excitement is for sure the word. And I just love that you're driven and focused, that you know what it is that you want. That Queen of Cups reversed is don't let, it's easy right now. There's so much going on in the world that like we want to, let it burden us basically. But it's like recognizing what you can do and what you can't. You can't take on the world's problems. Sometimes you can help parts of them, but you can't. It's not your responsibility to end world hunger. It's not your responsibility to stop school shootings. And becoming depressed by the problems in the world that are beyond your control is of no help to you. As tough as that is. Okay. Let's give these a shuffle. And as always, you guys, you can book a private reading with me, connorleo.com. My TikTok friends get 10% off with code YES. And we can do a love reading like this. We can do a career reading. We can do whatever it is you want. You're welcome to bring any questions to the table. What I've been doing a lot is people being like, what is it you want? Helping find what you want, helping you name what you want, and then we ask Spirit how you're going to get it. So I definitely encourage you all to do that. All right, let's do one more. Let's do Clara. Clara, are you single? Just confirming. Because what we can also do on the private reading, you guys, is like looking at current relationships and looking at, what needs to be worked on, where they're going, what the future holds for if you're already in a relationship. But if this specific spread is about single people. And Clara, yes, you are. So let's give the cards a big shuffle. The price of the reading is, so there's $60 for the private readings, but with 10% off, you get them for $54. So use code YES for Ahana when you select your appointment time, and that's how you get that, and put in the YES into the coupon code, and that's how you get the discount. And then we record the session. Of course, it's private, and then you can listen back to the audio, you get photos of the cards, so all of it is, I find really helpful for you to refer back to. So as you progress, right, you can use it as a reference point. Okay, Clara. I see you. Now I see you in the cards. Okay, we're going to pull all 9 cards, and I'm going to walk you through. Okay. All right, Clara. Your first card, this card of the past, is about the relationship, the precedent set by your parents, and the example that first familial relationship is the one that sets the tone for the others to follow. You had a good example. The Ace of Cups is about emotional awakening. It's about genuine love, for sure, and like excitement and connection and deep, it's not always a forever thing, but it is meaningful. And truly nothing lasts forever, quite frankly. So the example your parents set was one of, opening yourself to opportunity, opening yourself up to emotions, and embracing love. Your past relationships, though, your past romantic partners, mediocre. The 8 of Pentacles reversed is about like a half effort. The people not fully investing, not fully committing, not fully engaging in a way that is like, I want more. I deserve more. I want this kind of love that I saw in my parents. I saw that example shown. So I want, and instead you're kind of getting people that are bringing these half effort. And then that's difficult for you to come in with the full effort because they aren't engaged fully. Your relationship to yourself. This is really interesting. From the past, the world. The world is about completion. I see it as like kind of things having come to an end. So I think maybe for you, this is saying like, I've already like experienced it. I've already done it. Like we've had like an ending when it comes to love, and not opening yourself up to the possibility of more love in the future. That if you say that you've already experienced it, if you say that the best has already happened, then it won't allow for even greater things to come in the future. Again, very much in line with this. Where you are right now is the Magician reversed, which is like doubt. Doubt that that person is out there for you. The Magician is about a manifester. Is about somebody who really works with all 4 elements to create the 5th element, to create spirit, who sets a vision for themselves, who, it makes magic happen, but it starts with manifesting it, right? So reversed, it's saying that you kind of doubted that that'll ever happen, that you've reached a point where you're like, the best has already come, and now I don't really have hope for the future. Your strengths, though, are the 2 of Wands, is making a choice, is reaching a crossroads and picking a lane and kind of making a decision. So you've decided currently that there's no love ahead. You've decided currently that you've reached a completion and that you're not manifesting a future, but you can change your mind. And I think this reading is going to be a good example of like setting a new tone for you. Your challenges, all of this back to the same, the Ace of Pentacles, which is opportunity and luck and chance and kind of making your own luck too. So your challenge is saying like holding open the chance for opportunity, the possibility of love, and that if you don't believe it's going to happen, it never will. The future. This person for you, Clara, the King of Pentacles. This person is an excellent provider. Somebody who takes care of themselves, takes care of the people they love, takes care of their family, usually someone of means. Now that can be defined in a lot of different ways. Wealth, money isn't everything, but there's probably money there. And someone that like takes care of their team, is like supportive in a way that's really genuine. Reversed, it would be controlling, but upright, it's just genuine support, which is a really great thing to have in a partner. What you share in common is this like bouts of denial, okay? So the 8 of Cups reversed is about denial and kind of like not like wallowing in the disappointment. And again, I'd hate to be a broken record, but it's like that same idea of like, if you're in denial, if you're saying it's never going to happen, I'm never going to find love, then you won't. So you both actually kind of share that in common. So when you do meet each other, that's what's going to inspire like you to move on from that past, to change your perspective, to become this manifester, to welcome opportunity. But what you share in common is this kind of like being stuck in a mindset that nothing is going to change. And here's how you meet this person, through generosity. The 6 of Pentacles is charity, is giving. I would see this as certainly maybe like someone you meet through volunteer work. that of being service to others, of being genuinely charitable, genuinely generous is what's going to help bring this person into your life. And that especially if we've kind of lost perspective, if we're down on ourselves, if we're down on love, then getting out and being like giving back to people that need help even more than we do is such a good way to shift our thinking. So that's what Spirit is encouraging you to do. Be generous, be charitable, and that's going to help bring this person into your life. This person who is also very giving, also very supportive, who has been telling themselves the same thing you have, that, you know, they're stuck in this rut and it's never going to come. And then lastly, Clara, we're going to ask what their astrological sign is. All right. In Aries, the Emperor. Yeah, so in Aries. Fiery. Exciting too. So to recap, Clara, your parents set a precedent for like an emotional awakening for love. But that's hard to find times too. So when you haven't found it, it can be discouraging when it comes to you. And that also is reinforced by your past relationships, your past partners, which were mediocre, that they were half-effort people, and you want that full effort. Your relationship with yourself, with your love to yourself, is one of completion. That's kind of being like, I've done it all, I've seen it all, the best is behind me, which is untrue. Right now, you're drowning in doubt, allowing yourself to cloud the vision for the future and not manifest this person, not manifest this genuine partnership, someone that is really committed to a loving relationship. Your strength is making a choice. So if you can choose this, it will come to be, but you have to lean into that strength. Your challenge is like thinking that there's no opportunity, thinking that you have no luck on your side, that chance has gone you by, like passed you by. We make our own luck. It's all a mindset. And then this person that's the next person for you, the King of Pentacles, an excellent provider, someone who is genuinely supportive, who sees the strength in that without being controlling. What you share in common is you both have been caught in denial that love is not out there for you, that there's not that person, which is, as I said, untrue. And then how you meet them is through charity, through generosity, through giving of yourself in a really genuine way. And then that's going to help bring this person into your life. And then lastly, this person is an Aries, the Emperor, a boss, reinforced too through this. I would see as somebody who's, runs their own company, someone who's in charge in a good way. Well, all right. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I'll be back soon with more of these. I really like this new format. I think it's really excellent. Sending you all of my love. And again, book your own reading at connorleo.com. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.